You are okay. What is good? You are hitting those levels, man. And what's up, drywallers? We're back with another episode of
Holes
in your drywall.
in your drywall.
And guess what? This week,
In person.
Did I
guess it?
I mean, yes. This is hole 11. We're doing a special.
Woo!
I don't know if we're looking at the camera or not. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. This is a special IPP.
In-person podcast.
In-person podcast.
Yeah, if you were watching this on YouTube, I apologize in advance for forgetting to look at the camera. It's just probably not going to happen very much.
But now we're going to be in crystal clear. Oh, wow. And you still got the stuff on behind it, so I'm going to get distracted. But, yeah. This week we're going to be in person. I decided to make a special trip for the toes, and the toes only.
Yep, Aaron drove all the way to Wichita from Alaska for this podcast, so I hope you appreciate it, you ungrateful listeners.
And roll the intro music.
Holes in your drywall. Get higher, Aaron. Okay.
That's just something. Maybe we can. I don't know. Hey, welcome back.
Shout out Matt Bailey for listening to.
Dude, watch your levels.
Whoa, a little loud here. Sorry about that, people. Shout out Matt Bailey for listening to this podcast every week. We appreciate you.
Yeah, do you know what I just saw? They can see what we're watching in the back. You see that mirror?
Yeah, I noticed that when I was setting it up.
Oh, well.
So if you can see this, the TV does have Ultimate Frisbee on it, but we definitely weren't watching that. We're not that big of losers. Yeah.
Okay.
You got to be an absolute loser to watch Ultimate Disc.
Well, yeah. Hey, shout out to our listeners that tune in every week.
Or babes, as we like to call them.
Yep. Or drywallers. Is that what we originally came up with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, Aaron, I got a big news story for you today.
Hit me.
So Ivanka Trump was supposed to speak at WSU Tech's Tech. Big tech guy. Commencement, and President Jay Golden canceled it because of a lot of faculty and students not wanting it. I think they had
not even
like 500 signatures in the first hour.
I think it was just people not wanting it.
Well,
not even just
it was faculty and students that were signing the petition. And so today, the Eagle released news that the Board of Regents and the hiring committee asked President Jay Golden to resign because our donors are not happy about it because
our donors, as in
the Kochs. Yeah. And I listened to the article via audio, and it kept saying the Koches. So the Koches are unhappy.
Well, I guess it's just one Koch now, isn't it?
Well, there's Granddaddy Koch and his sons that
Charles.
are also Koches.
So, are they going to take away their arena that they built?
They're going to take it back.
They're just going to take it up and move
Charles
it to the
Koch is going to move his arena.
They're going to move it to the Koch campus, and then they're going to have a stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's kind of crazy, but it's like during a pandemic and stuff like that, it's like that. This is kind of like one of the least of your worries, and also, I guarantee she wasn't going to do like Ivanka was definitely not going to do like a special one for Wichita State. I think it was going to be just recorded.
Well, she released it anyways, and she mentioned the coronavirus, but she did not mention George Floyd or any race discussions.
So they canceled it, and she still released it.
Seems a little petty.
I mean, either way, they got their either way they got it. So it doesn't really matter.
Koches can't be mad because they can just go online and see it.
Those dang Koches.
Freaking Koches.
Yeah. Jeez,
sounds like a curse word. You Koch.
Close
Coke.
to something else.
You
Chauncey Billups. Basketball. I don't know.
What? Speaking of basketball, did you see that Oklahoma State got banned from the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, and knowing some people that go to OSU, I think
everyone that goes to OSU, you suck.
Except for, well, people that went, they're not the worst. But I think OSU definitely deserves this because like they're such a good basketball school, and they really pride themselves on being good, and this is gonna hurt them.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna lose all 10 of their 5-star recruits that they had coming in as well.
They only had one 5-star recruit coming in.
Exactly.
And his brother was hired as an assistant coach last year. How weird of a coincidence is that? I can't get over that.
Kind of weird, that
So weird.
Your brother gets hired as a coach, and you just happen to.
That's just like how my brother got hired as the ultimate disc coach at Harvard University, and I had a full ride scholarship there, but I turned him down.
Really? Because they don't give out full rides for athletics.
Ultimate disc, they do.
That's still athletics.
It's an academic athletic.
Dude, student
because
athlete.
you have to have such a big brain to play ultimate disc.
Student comes first. So that's how you get your scholarships.
Well, not for me.
If you could study anything at Harvard, what would it be?
Ultimate disc, and I did study it at Harvard. There was an AAU team in Wichita called
the Players. Because I know where you're going with the story. The Players, they're really good. I remember that.
No, I was going to talk about it's called Athletes First. Instead of, how the saying goes, we're students first. Student athletes. Theirs was athletes first.
Oh my gosh.
Just openly admitting that they don't care about school,
Dude,
we're just here.
I didn't come here to play no school.
Yeah, I'm just here for basketball.
I didn't come here to play no school. Cardell Jones. Yeah. So what do you think about OSU?
I think they should be catching the other schools that are cheating much worse, like KU, Duke, North Carolina, Wichita State.
Wichita State, no.
I'm just kidding.
We don't get.
I was arguing with an ignorant KU fan. They're all ignorant about their illegal recruiting, and they were like, "Oh, I mean, everyone does it. I'm sure Greg Marshall's doing it too." And I was like, "Listen, and Wichita State's history, we've had 4-star recruits, and 2 of them were pretty much local. So if we're illegally recruiting, we're not doing it right."
Yeah, if we're doing it, they're not doing it right, and they should pay them more money so they would stay after 2 years.
Yeah, instead of transfer.
Yeah, whoever said that is definitely dumb because Wichita State is a clean, athletic program. We don't do anything wrong ever.
Never.
Except when the coaches want something wrong. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of weird. So, I was on the internet recently, and
did you learn anything?
Not today, honestly. I couldn't tell you what I learned, but I was looking up some funny reviews because I was like, "This would be good."
Oh,
good segment of the pod.
Good pegment of the sod.
So, some people may know about this, but Haribo sugar-free classic gummy bears, 1 pound. Okay, it's on Amazon. Why not? Sugar-free gummy bears. And
gross. Why are they sugar-free? The sugar is the tasty part.
No, that's not. Well, I guess we'll find out. So there's. Okay, let's look for a good review.
Black Forest gummy bears are my favorite, by the way. Black Forest, anything, just woo. Or if we're talking sour, trolley. I think that's how to pronounce it.
Do you want me to read one of these long ones?
Yeah, I don't know really what you're doing with this segment of the pod. So you can go ahead and, yeah.
Okay. Oh, boy. I know that we're... So here's a 1-star review from Joshua back in February 1st, 2015. The review's called Eat If You Dare. I'm sitting here writing this review at 4 a.m. for my porcelain throne, a fixture you will become all too familiar with if you choose to eat these cute little bears from the pits of heck. He said something else. I had to eat a pound of these little bears after Man City must have thought they were playing American football the other week and lost to a team of Arsenal scrubs. I don't know what that means. I'm not a big sports guy.
Arsenal is a soccer team. They're good.
They were a bit chewy, but overall appeared to be nothing more than your average gummy bears. After about 2 hours with little more than some mild stomach cramps, feeling like one would expect from eating a pound of any candy. Oh my gosh. I began to wonder if I'd gotten some duds. Like the slow buildup of a Martin Scorsese film, however. Do you know what that is? Martin Scorsese.
Negative.
That's something you would know. These bears were waiting for their baptism scene to destroy my insides. It started with the cramping, very aching to doing 1,000 crunches and then being forced to hold the 1,001st crunch indefinitely. Then came the initial run, parentheses, not parentheses, quotes, which opened the proverbial floodgates. I'm over 30 and I'm beginning to wonder if these bears know that and want to send me back to the can for each year I've been on this earth to make me wonder why I've ever been born. In between gastrointestinal bouts of pressure washing the insides of my toilet from my anus, I lay in bed feeling as if someone were to punch me in the stomach, I'd explode, turning the walls of my bedroom into a soiled Jackson Pollock rendition. Okay, what's up with all these big words? To give you an idea, I'd spend $50 ordering a UFC pay-per-view only to willingly miss the last 2 to 3 fights on the main card because I didn't want to stray too far from my master bedroom. Thankfully, for me, in my marriage, fearing what might be coming, I've convinced my wife to spend the evening at my sister's-in-law's because, trust me, fellas, nothing will be gained from your significant others experiencing this with you. Okay, that was one of them. Here's another one. 5 stars. Help me. That's all it says. I don't know why you would give it.
I appreciate that people take this much time out of their day to write a sugar-free gummy bear review.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, here's a 3-star review. One of the worst days of my life from Nicole P. I ate a half of a 6-ounce bag I picked up at CVS. They changed the color of the bag. I didn't know. I spent 24 hours in the fetal position on my bathroom floor, repeating, "Please God, why?" I still don't have an answer. So yeah,
I don't think that review had anything to do with the gummy bears. I think she's just rating her life as 3 stars.
She said she ate half of.
Well, that was
half of a 6-ounce bag. She ate 3 ounces.
Yeah, but I don't see the relevance between that and the rest of the story.
You know what?
You know, one time I ate a third of a 6-ounce bag of Haribo gummy worms, and the next day I was approached by a wizard who promised me that I could grow another foot if I listened to him and gave him all of my money. And so I would rate this bag as a 1 star. The gummy bears were gross.
My life is in shambles after that. Yeah, so that's just a fun thing I wanted to get into. It was a pretty long story. Oh, geez.
You know what else is fun?
What's fun?
I used to have a hustle growing up to make money.
Like what?
Ask me what it is.
What is your side hustle when you were growing up?
I started a swear jar for the neighborhood kids, and I charged them money every time they cussed at my house.
Why were people... Oh, I thought you meant like people just standing outside and cussing at your house.
Hey, douchebag!
You stupid house!
No, it would be for the like neighborhood kids that would come over.
Actually in your house, swearing in it.
Yeah, and there was a lot of fat kids in my neighborhood that always came over to my house to hang out and eat my snacks, and they would cuss a lot. So I'm
pretty sure I used to hang
started
out at your
charging
house.
them. No, I was talking about fat kids, not obese kids.
I was not obese. Let that be known.
We fit begs to differ.
Yeah. Okay. Carry on with your douchey story.
I also had a duct tape wallet business that kind of took off.
So was that your side hustle? You would just charge the fat kids for swearing at your house?
Yeah. Were you hoping for more than that?
Yeah, I was hoping you'd I took the money and bought them all gifts. Something that would benefit us all. No, I bought them a basketball goal.
No,
so
I
they
took
could
the money
weight.
and bought me things because I deserved it for them coming over and bringing Satan into my house.
Okay, you have a duct tape?
Duct tape wallet business, yeah. It was pretty lucrative because I didn't have to pay for any of the supplies, including the duct tape. My parents covered all of that, so pretty good.
I feel like that was like a weird fad.
Yeah, kind of everyone did that.
I never had one, but I was like, huh, kind of interesting.
They're actually really good wallets. I have one that has still stayed up to this day. If you make them right, they're pretty durable, pretty impressive.
I can see that, but like when you pull it out and you have a duct tape wallet, I feel like, yeah, I'm probably not going to respect this person. This person
probably has no money in that wallet because
if you have a duct tape wallet,
because the wallet is so expensive to buy that they can't afford to put money in it.
It'd be a sick practical joke. That's the thing.
Mr. President, where did you get your duct tape wallet? You look very wealthy carrying it.
Just has like the weird designs, like the ducks or something on it.
Yeah.
Or like a bright pink. I don't know.
You see a Tom Hanks commercial. I bought this duct tape wallet for $19.99 and they sent me 2 copies right off the TV. It was excellent.
Dude, you should get flex tape and do that. Is it flex tape or flex seal?
Flex seal.
Flex seal? You should get flex seal and do that.
You use that for caulking. You can't make a wallet out of that.
Dude, have you seen the commercials? They can literally solve any problem. Like if I went to them, like, I don't know how to do my taxes. They would just like, yeah, all right, Flex Seal can handle that.
That's how I feel about Mr. Clean Magic Erasers. Those can literally do anything.
Yeah, they can also kill you if you eat them. I wouldn't know because I haven't tried.
Hey, can you edit a video into this video? We just need 5 seconds of this video.
Show the camera.
Yeah, just so we can say that this is an educational podcast.
Try and get it on the.
Cock like the pros. Now, don't start laughing and be all immature. No, I will. But anyway, I'm going to show you what the pros do when we get into caulking around baseboards and trim.
Nice.
Check this out.
Wow, this dude put some music into his caulking video.
How do you cut it? Cutting the tip of the caulking is actually a very big thing. This is how we have a very successful bead going on the wall.
Always cut the tip before you cock.
It's sloppy. You cut it too small, you don't get enough out. So I'm going to show you where to do it. I say cut it on an angle, and I'll tell you why as soon as I make it. Right here, you'll see about 1/8 of an inch through the gun.
Why are we watching this?
Snip. You can see that the
It's
size of the
educational.
hole is
This
pretty
is a
small.
podcast
This is
that
what you
people
want,
come to learn
because a lot of
things.
people end up pouring out way too much caulking onto the job. Now, next is the clean out. This gun, I have it on the side.
Stop, dude.
Just a
No.
matter of slipping it down.
I was talking about Flex Seal, not actual caulk.
Well, from now on, we're going to start talking about actual cock and not Flex Seal.
Caulk.
It's spelled caulk, but
Caulk.
people don't even try to say the L. They just,
You got some caulk?
no.
Yeah.
No, so I hope you all learned a little bit about cocking. It's all about how you cut the tip off.
Yeah. You want to make sure you get a thick paste on there as well. I don't know. So,
Nose laugh. Oh, I've got a new acronym.
IPP?
That's a good one. But LQTMS. You want to guess what it stands for?
LQ. No, I have no idea.
Go ahead, give it a guess though.
LQTMS?
Yes, LQTMS.
Al Qaeda. Too much.
That starts with an A.
Al Qaeda. It's the Mexican version. It's the Mexican version.
Those darn Al Qaedas.
Al Qaeda. Too much sauce.
No, I didn't even realize that you were finishing the acronym. No, it's
EQTMS.
laughing quietly to myself.
Oh, L?
LQTMS.
I don't know. L.
You thought I was saying AL, owl?
No, I really don't know. L as in A. L.
Yeah, so when I'm laughing quietly to myself, because everyone always says LOL when they text, and I hate that because...
ROFL.
Were you actually rolling on the floor laughing? No. But you might have been laughing quietly to yourself. So if you're watching this, please use LQTMS.
Yeah, but LOL is so much easier. And it's like, here's the thing. I feel like LOL is like kind of passive aggressive in a way.
Yeah. LOL.
LOL.
You're not funny.
It
You
could
suck.
be, well, it's like, you suck. LOL.
You know what I realized? That's
What?
why all of our reviews say LOL. Love you guys.
Correct. Yeah.
They're
Great
sarcastic.
pod, LOL.
Oh,
Well, I don't know. It's just sometimes it's not passive aggressive, but like it just kind of sounds wrong.
LOL.
Yeah, no way.
Then use LQTMS, dude. I just gifted you a solution.
No, I say haha. Haha is like if I'm actually laughing.
Haha.
Yeah, but if I put LOL,
Oh.
then I'm actually laughing too.
I use the laughing emojis because they don't really make a claim, you know?
I don't use emojis. That's the thing.
Why not? They're fun. They show more effort.
I'm a grown man.
One time,
I can't do it.
I was talking to a girl in high school, and
ooh, Natalie, I'm telling her.
oh, cut this part out of the pod. And she said that she liked when people would use a semicolon and a parenthesis for a smiley face because it shows more effort than an emoji.
I like those emoticons.
Yeah, but you're pushing 2 buttons, and I was like, "Is that really showing more effort?
Do you ever XD?
No, I do
Never
not.
do XD roar.
I hate you. I hate how
No,
heavy
it
into
means-
meme culture you are.
It means I love you in dinosaur.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does. 100%.
Yeah,
Go ask a dinosaur then.
I will. Yeah, I like how you're saying 100% it does. Like the dinosaurs could verify this information.
XD.
I hate.
Roar.
Oh, freaking meme daddy. Can't
You know
keep
what I
up.
hate?
What?
Alarm clocks. Sometimes you forget to turn them off too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you turn the first one off, and then
Yep.
you forget to turn the rest of them off.
Yep. So I've got a real problem with alarm clocks. And one time,
A real problem.
yes,
Yes.
one time. So I had these sweet mates that I shared a bathroom with freshman year, and one of them, his name was Zacchaeus. He was a character. He was best known for whenever you said anything to him, he would act like it was something really substantial. He would cock his head back, eyes wide open, and he would say, "Wow, wow." And
Okay.
it didn't matter what you said. Yeah, I went and played basketball today. Wow. Go ahead, try something. Tell me. Say something to me.
Hey, my cat died today.
Wow.
It didn't, but thanks for asking. Okay, go on.
Oh, wow. Yeah. And another time he said, "I need to get me some of that Vineyard Vines." I was like, "Yeah, you do, brother." But anyways, one time I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I set my alarm clock and it was going off, and it didn't wake me up because I'm a heavy sleeper, and he heard it going off from either the bathroom or his room, and he walked in and he just turned my alarm clock off, and I overslept and missed my doctor's appointment and had to reschedule it. And I could not for the life of me figure out why I didn't wake up. And my roommate, who lives in my room with me, told me the next day, he was like, "Yeah, Zacchaeus came in here and turned off your alarm." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, yesterday morning he came in here and shut your alarm off. I thought you knew." And for the life of me, I cannot figure out why you would ever do that to someone. You see someone's asleep, you see their alarm clock's going off, and you decide to turn it off. Wow.
I can't say I've ever done that.
You got any funny roommate stories? I had a roommate from Malaysia that I don't know if he sold weed, but he'd always cut it up and roll it and stuff in our room. Super cool dude. Love him. If you're listening to this, miss you, homie. But yeah, he would. He also had weed brownies, and yeah, my room always smelled like weird Malaysian ramen and weed.
Talking about Steven?
Wow. I can't even do it.
Talking about Steven. That's weird. Different Steven than I know. Make a note this off. It's fine. No, I do have a funny story about Clap though. Well, funny video from Clap about alarm clocks. So this dude would sleep through anything. I know he's listening to this and he can confirm this. He also had, this was back in freshman year, they were in Shocker Hall, and Marshall was recording, and he said you could hear Clap's alarm through the door, like into the main hall. And
What was he recording, a podcast?
well, no, he wasn't recording yet. I got that wrong. But like you could hear Clap's alarm from the main hall. And it's just like, it's one of those like, wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, no, I had to hear it many a times living
Yeah.
next to him in his
Okay.
room. I woke up so many times from his alarm clock.
Yeah.
Oh,
But like, somehow Marshall gets in the room, and then there's a video of just like the alarm clock going off, clap like under his pillow, and just slowly just like as the alarm's going off.
Yeah, that dude lets his alarm clock go off screaming like that for 15 minutes before he even considers turning it off. It'd wake me up every morning. Also, did you know that he used to have to pay someone to wake him up?
Who did he pay? Oh, yeah.
When he lived in Fidel, he paid Manzi $1 a day to come wake him up.
Man, I would consider that, and then like I started wearing my Apple Watch to sleep because I just start.
You just use that as an alarm clock?
Yeah, it just vibrates.
Why?
The heck
You have to sleep in a watch. That's awful.
I mean, you get used to it, but like it literally just shakes my arm until I wake up.
Why don't you just set your phone to wake you up?
I can sleep through that. That's the thing.
Well, if you set 20 of them like I do,
I can still sleep through them all.
that's pretty impressive.
It's kind of bad, but
Yeah, so actually, hole 12, I just decided it will be a special edition.
we're
where
gonna be
we
asleep.
We're going to vent about Clap the whole time and
Oh.
his alarm clock habits.
I thought we were gonna be sleeping.
And then we're
through
going to LQTMS. Wow.
it. So I have another story.
Let's hear it.
I was browsing through Hulu the other day. I saw Creed 2.
Creed 2, yeah.
Haven't seen Creed 1 or Creed 2. I was like, man, that looks like a good movie. And the story's really going nowhere right now. But that reminded me of all the Rocky movies. You know, they have like 10 of them now. I don't know.
Reminds me of when we watched John Wick 2. It was a
Great movie.
wild roller coaster of emotion with no plot whatsoever.
100% no plot. But I was thinking about the Rocky movies, and that reminded me of a time that we were watching, me and Alex back. He was in like middle school. I don't know if I was in like 5th grade, 6th grade. But we were watching Rocky 3 or 4, whichever one has Drago in it, the first one. I think it's Rocky 4. But they were doing like a training montage, and they show Drago, the big Russian guy, punching one of those like bags and gets his power. And I'm like, it was something stupidly high. And I'm like, that doesn't seem like a lot. Alex, my brother, is like, are you kidding me? That's so hard. And he I don't know, we were arguing or something, and he like tries to show me, turns to the couch, goes to punch it, but he doesn't punch like back here. He punches like on the bottom cushion right here, but then he goes too low and his knuckle hits like the baseboard down here. Sorry. And then I remember that night our mom was mad at us or something, and Alex couldn't like move his finger. I'm pretty sure she made us go run because we were annoying her. So she's like, go run up and down the cul-de-sac. But side note of that. And then it turns out Alex like got a boxer's fracture in his hand because he punched the couch.
Total Chad move, Alex. I love it. Next time, direct that anger towards drywall, though, please.
Yes. And that has been, I think, the only time that me or him have had a broken bone was when he punched the couch. So if you're a couch around Alex, please stay away from him. He will
sorry
punch you.
to all the couches that are around Alex. He will try to hurt you. Run. Run fast.
And I ran so far away.
I ran
Couldn't get away.
I ran.
Oh, you know what else just happened last week?
What just happened last week?
So we come up with brilliant ideas on what to do for the NBA playoff structures.
Yes.
And that night we recorded it. Later that night, they come out with like, hey, this is what we're actually going to do. So when we put up the podcast the next day, we already look stupid.
That's why we need to live stream these.
We can't live stream these. Look at the setup. So, they came out and we already look stupid because our playoff predictions were wrong because they came out with it the next day.
Well, mine were 100% correct. The ones that were right, I kept to myself.
I was right. They found a way to get Zion into the playoffs.
You're right. Yeah, you were right about that.
Or into the NBA season. But I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'm just glad basketball's gonna be back in a month and a half in a way. But I think it's pretty interesting, like what they did, where they only gave 9 shots in the East, or 9 teams in the East. Makes sense. The 10th through 15th seeds were already out of the playoffs.
Bad.
Yeah, and they suck. But the West is kind of interesting with 13 teams, correct?
Something like that, yeah. And it'll be a 16-day affair beginning on July 31st with 5 to 6 games played per day. I'm just going to tell you,
Woo!
I'm not going to get anything done during those days.
Yeah, it's going to be like Summer League, but for actual NBA basketball.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because I just discovered some horrible news.
What?
Absolutely terrible news. The Aftershocks will no longer be in the basketball tournament. Wichita was a finalist for locations for TBT, which, speaking of, horrible name. It's TBT, which is short for the basketball tournament.
I thought it was Throwback Thursday.
I thought that too. And Wichita apparently was farther west than Columbus, Ohio, and most of the teams are from the East Coast, so they went with Ohio. And the Aftershocks got kicked out of the tournament because they went from, I think, they have less teams. Yeah, I saw it today.
Dude, that's sad because I'm pretty sure, didn't they...
Marcus McDuffie was going to play, and Cleanthony Early.
Oh, I didn't even care about that.
Shaq Morris, and Connor Frankamp, and...
Okay, well, that is sad. But I'm pretty sure Wichita set the attendance record for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we did.
Straight.
Last year was the first year that Wichita was a location for TBT, and we tripled the attendance record.
Just broke through that ceiling.
TBT, if you're listening to this, we hate you. You're not a drywaller. Stop listening.
Come back to us, please. I miss you.
TBT, you play Ultimate Disc, you loser.
Wow, that's kind of a burn. But, so, I went to Beaver Lake last weekend.
You did?
Yeah. I was there for a bachelor party.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry we don't know my schedule. But I've been to Arkansas twice in my life. And every time I go there, there's just, like, we stopped at the gas station and this time, and I saw a shirtless man. There's just always something about shirtless men in public in Arkansas.
I love that.
Last time I was in an actual McDonald's, and somebody
Shirtless.
without a shirt walked in there and was demanding his food.
You know, I used to have a roommate that sounds a lot like that. Maybe these guys are related.
What roommate?
The one that does not listen to this podcast.
He would not go shirtless.
Which is most of them. I'm talking about Parker.
Yeah, I know. The man who made the song.
One time, Parker and I were at Chipotle, and he was like, "Why are you always so embarrassed by me?" And I was like, "Parker, you couldn't embarrass me if you tried." And so we stood up in the middle of Chipotle and just pulled his pants down and had his butt hanging out. And I was like,
"Dude, there's no
okay, you win." And I just walked out.
No way.
I promise you, he did that. He just pulled his pants down.
And this was last week, and you didn't invite me?
This was this morning. Also, we were in your house, not Chipotle.
What? Yeah, he's a funny guy. I'm just saying, like, Arkansas does not have a good record when I visit there. Another funny thing. So coming back from Beaver Lake, we're in my friends. I know. Yeah, I'm watching the sounds. It's not that good, but it's gonna sound fine in the aftercut. But we're in my friend's Honda Accord driving back, and about 30 minutes into the drive, we're on the highway, and all of a sudden, a beaver decides to have a death wish and runs out into the highway.
And jumps into the lake.
No, we weren't by the
Beaver Lake.
Yeah, I wonder. But Beaver wanted to die that day. And Neil, my friend that was driving,
sought him out and tried running him over.
No.
He got out and shot him with his gun.
Yeah, we had to put him out of his misery. No, I think the beaver died a swift death, but...
From being choked by you?
Yeah, by my hands.
That beaver died really swiftly from you RKOing it.
Yeah, luckily it didn't damage the car, but that...
Why would it damage the car when you killed the beaver by sitting on its head?
Neil
with your cakes.
Neil killed some beaver.
At Beaver Lake.
Yeah,
it's kind of poetic. Now it's just called Lake.
Now it's, it's literally took the name from it, and now it's just Lake.
Well, since we've exhausted every story that we could ever think of, apparently, let's move on to overrated, underrated. Everyone's favorite segment because it's the only one with a name.
Okay, I'll go first. Women.
Adequately rated. Next question. This podcast, overrated, underrated.
I thought we did this last week.
Did we?
I don't know. The toes.
Well, if we did this last week, then it's horribly overrated because...
Stop saying that. My friends think you don't even like the podcast.
And they would be right because this is my actual last episode, the toes. I'm done now that we're on the toes.
Stop saying that. Listen, if you don't do this podcast with me, I'll cry.
I heard one of your friends asked if my dad was actually Mr. Hutt.
Yeah. And I had to lie to him and say that he wasn't.
Say that he wasn't because otherwise he'd ask me for money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep that on the low.
Due to marketing.
Overrated, underrated. Having a job.
I'd say very underrated because you get paid from having a job. And I heard you got a new job.
Yeah, I put it on there because I wanted to talk about it. I would say it's underrated. Come see me at Standard Issue on Douglas and Washington. I am working retail, really putting my college degree to use, working 17 hours a week selling jeans. So, yeah, please come see me at Standard Issue. I do make 5% commission. So,
do you really?
Yeah, which is...
So that's why you want me to go with you?
Obviously, otherwise I would never
invite you in there. I thought you just wanted to hang out with me.
No.
I'm stupid if I thought that.
Yeah, you are.
I'd be an idiot.
No, I'm just kidding. 5% commission really is almost nothing. So I do just want to hang out with you. But if you are listening to this, I'm using you for your money, and please come in and buy something. Right. Ultimate Frisbee, underrated, overrated? Under.
Ultimate, I would have to say over. Because I feel like...
Take it back.
Why? Overrated?
Under. It's under.
It's underrated?
Yeah.
Why are you calling them losers then while we're watching it?
Dude, I went to college for this. I got a full ride from Harvard over a sport.
They don't give out...
It's obviously underrated.
I would have to say overrated because go play basketball or something else. Football, I don't know. Get some contact in your life.
No, I'm a real athlete. I play disc golf. Yeah. Or ultimate disc.
Ultimate Frisbee. Ultimate disc would hurt so bad.
On the TV, it says this is ultimate disc. It is ultimate Frisbee, but...
You know what? I don't have an ultimate disc because I have a bulging one. But, dude, that reminds me. Quibi.
I have a joke, but...
Do you want to go back?
No.
Do you want to...
We're not going to...
Bulging disc,
We're LQTMSing over here because we can read each other's minds.
Oh, I'm raffling. But emoticon, smiley face.
Okay.
So Quibi.
Horribly underrated. Look me in the eyes, Aaron. Look me in the eyes. Quibi is the greatest thing that's ever happened in this world. I've been watching Quibi every night. I can't put my phone down.
Definitely have it.
These 10-minute episodes have been changing
my
viewing experience.
I actually saw that you can
Netflix is way too long. I get tired of watching it, but Quibi is the answer to all of my problems.
You know what else is way too long?
This podcast. I'm so tired of it.
Stop.
Bazinga.
I saw that Quibi's adding Chromecast. That's all I have to add for this week. Please don't make me talk into the top of it because that doesn't actually work. It's not the best. You want to talk to the sides.
Listen, Aaron and I, we're going to do a vocal exercise. Get right up on the mic.
Okay.
Get right up on it.
What kind of podcast is this?
Get right up on the... What did you learn from the cocking video?
Today I learned how to use...
Look me in the eyes and tell me what you learned from the video.
I'm trying to think I learned today how to use some good cock.
Yes.
This is stupid. Why are we doing this? All right.
Well, that was a vocal exercise. If you're watching that on YouTube.
Say Roblox exercise?
What's Roblox?
Roblox. You uncultured swine.
I'm just
it's
not...
fake Minecraft.
Why would I know what that is?
Anybody knows it. Hey, what's your song of the week?
My song of the week?
WEAK.
You go first because I haven't thought of that.
Stop talking to the mic like that. Jeez, dude, you're blowing our levels.
You go first because I haven't thought of a song of the week.
What'd you do to this? How did you mess this
It
up?
was balancing down here. Go, just
Yeah, you had
just
it
put
down
it down there.
You messed this up so bad.
My song of the week is not here. I'll just hold it because we got 2 minutes left.
Okay.
It's not "Cry Baby" by Lil Peep because wasn't a fan of that.
Okay. Odd that you would even say that then.
So my song of the week is "Seasons" in parentheses "Waiting on You" by Future Islands. It's pretty good. What's your song of the week?
Okay, if you turn it off and let me actually play. I got into John Mayer over the
love
weekend.
John Mayer.
Well, it's like when we were cleaning up the lake house, I just threw some on, and it was perfect. So I would have to say "Slow Dancing in a Burning Room."
Absolute classic.
It's just, John Mayer is just nice for cleaning up stuff, for relaxing, for even listening to this podcast with.
Yeah, I definitely recommend putting John Mayer on while you're listening to this.
podcast.
John Mayer, super loud, us even louder.
Yeah.
Or maybe just take the audio from this podcast and play it over John Mayer beats.
Or
Are they
listen to
called
this-
beats if it's
If you
is that
hit
just
somebody,
a hip hop thing or is it music? Like John Mayer's
melodies,
instrumental sounds.
Instrumental.
Are those still called beats? Hey Alex Holler, if you're listening to this,
Please leave us a comment.
please leave us a comment and a
the
5-star
YouTube.
rating. Smash the like button.
Smash that like button. Hey, you got anything else to add for this special IPP? For
What
the
did you learn
toes.
today?
I told you how to use some good cock. That's what I learned. I'm not going to Reddit.
Hey, thanks for listening,
I don't
babes.
even know what Reddit is.
I don't either.
Okay, I don't
Hey,
go on there.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
We're gonna
We'll
clap
see
3
you.
times together.
We'll see
1,
you next
2,
week.
3.
I also clapped. Don't look at the YouTube video. Next
next week.
week.